Multiple sclerosis is a disease that impacts the brain and spinal cord, which make up the central nervous system that controls everything we do, whether it's taking a physical step or solving a complex problem. The exact cause of MS is unknown, but we do know that something triggers the immune system to attack the brain and spinal cord. The resulting damage to myelin that insulates wire-like nerve fibers is a disruption of signals to and from the brain. This interruption of communication signals causes unpredictable symptoms such as numbness, tingling, mood changes, memory problems, pain, fatigue, blindness, or paralysis. Everyone's experience with MS is different, and these losses may be temporary or long-lasting. Most people initially have relapsing remitting MS, where they experience attacks of new symptoms followed by periods of time when those symptoms go away partially or completely. Others experience gradual and ongoing loss of function without distinct attacks, which is known as progressive MS. MS can be difficult to diagnose, but once a diagnosis is confirmed by a neurologist who is knowledgeable about MS, there are disease-modifying therapies for reducing attacks and slowing down the damage. Growing evidence suggests that early and ongoing treatment with a disease-modifying therapy is an important defense against future attacks. There are also treatment strategies to address some MS symptoms. Options are still limited for slowing down or stopping progressive MS. Worldwide research is accelerating the discovery of how to slow down or even stop progressive MS, how to repair nervous system damage and restore function, wellness strategies such as exercise and diet that can help people with MS to live their best lives, and the exact cause of MS so that it may be prevented for future generations. To learn more about multiple sclerosis, connect with others to drive research for a cure, and to address the challenges of everyone affected by MS, visit nationalmssociety.org or call 1-800-344-4867.
We are a movement by and for people affected by multiple sclerosis.
Until we end this disease forever,
we will do whatever it takes
to accelerate breakthroughs.
We believe that we are stronger together.
That nobody should face MS alone.
We will be by your side every step of your journey.
From day one.
We'll be your partner through the challenges.
Sharing ideas and finding solutions.
We believe
that people live better lives
when they are understood and supported.
It's hard to hear.
But you look so good.
When you feel anything but.
Or to feel like MS is the only thing people see.
We will be there for your loved ones so they can be there for you.
We'll shine a light on what it means to live with MS.
Till the rest of the world understands.
We believe that everyone deserves affordable medications.
A doctor who knows MS.
And a healthcare system that puts you first.
You should never have to choose
between paying your bills
and getting the care you need.
We will make sure your voice is heard
loud
and clear.
We'll be your champion
from the halls of Congress
to City Hall.
We believe that you should be able to plan for the next 10 years.
Even the next 10 minutes.
Without MS getting in the way.
Complex problems take many solutions.
Coming together in just the right way.
We'll be there to help you piece it all together.
We'll work every day
so you can get what you want from life.
Even while living with this disease.
We believe that no one else should have to face the fear
and uncertainty
of an MS diagnosis.
And that those that have MS
should get back what they've lost.
Curing this disease
takes a global effort.
We will fund the most
promising leads
and gather the brightest minds
to find a cure
as fast as possible.
We'll be unrelenting
until the very
end.
We believe that we all have something to contribute.
Whether it's time,
money,
connections,
or sheer passion,
there is strength
in numbers.
We're calling on you to join us.
Join us.
Join us.
Find your place in this movement.
We need you.
We need you.
We need you.
Together, we will create a world free of MS.
Horrible Carnage, excellent film. Good morning. Yellow DR1. Colors of Yasta 10. That red and white one back there at the Black Eagle was a Yasta 18. And good morning to you all from the very windy, frozen Gettysburg battlefield. Love that film. Good morning. Do a little dawn patrol this morning. The clouds are darkening out west over the Appalachian Mountains. I think we're supposed to be having another storm coming. The wind's picking up. It's bleak outside and it's windy and frozen, like a frozen wasteland. And guten Morgen. The Baron is back, 25 years old, drives a red convertible, 80 kills. Manfred Vaughn. Awesome. Salt trucks are out. Looks like we might have a storm coming. Yep. The road crews are out. There's hardly a car out there at all. It's almost 9 o'clock in the morning here in Gettysburg Battlefield. There's not a car to be seen. A couple cars on the roads. My road where I live here is the Lincoln Highway, which was the very first attempt at a transcontinental coast-to-coast highway here in the United States. It's a small road. It goes most of the way across the country. And so there's usually a little bit of traffic there this morning, but there's not, which means there's a storm coming. There's hardly any traffic out there. So we were flying with Yasta 5 as our man Hans von Hippel and a dear friend of mine stopped by yesterday and cut our flight short. So one of my very close friends with a badge and a gun stopped by to see if I was okay and to bring me some chili. And Jen, the chili was awesome. Freaking chock full of freaking beef. Boy, that was good chili, man. I chowed that down last night. That was delicious. It was perfectly spicy. Perfect. Not too hot, not too cold. Boy, we are going to get a freaking blizzard out there. My God, that guy's disgusting. I am not an animal. I am a human being. Right on. So check it out. Master Rawl sent me an awesome article. Very cool. Thank you, Master Rawl. Multiple sclerosis caused by Epstein-Barr virus. Study DW 13.0. Researchers say Epstein-Barr virus is a main cause of MS. Researchers. Is a main cause. I don't even know what Epstein... I've never heard that before at all, but this is really cool. Right on. That's very cool. Multiple sclerosis is an unpredictable condition, an autoimmune disease, that's not exactly true, that attacks the central nervous system, the brain and spinal cord. That is not that's not totally accurate, autoimmune disease. MS tends to hit people in the prime of their lives. The disease starts when those afflicted are between 20 and 40. Makes most sense, but I've read that most people get hit with MS at the age of 50. It can be mild, but also turn into a lifelong disability. The last 5 years, affecting a person's vision, my left eye, arm or leg movement, my right leg mostly. My left leg's fine most of the time. The reason I'm on canes and I use a wheelchair most of the time, I use my wheelchair 99% of the time, it's because of my right leg, not both of my legs. It's dangerous. I never know when I'm going to fall. And it's scary. It's actually terrifying not being in control of your legs, not knowing when your legs are going to give out at any time. And that's my situation. That's my MS. I don't know when my legs are going to give out. My legs always hurt. If you've ever seen me on cam, my legs are in pain. There are treatments to make living with MS better, perhaps easier, but there is no cure yet. There is no cure. We need to freaking put our differences aside and start curing these damn illnesses. COVID-19 should have been dealt with, because the viruses that we have sitting under the ice in the earth are going to make COVID-19 look like a freaking cough. But that may change now that researchers say they have found a link between Epstein-Barr virus and MS that could open the door to better treatments and even preventative measures. Awesome. Yep, Multiple Sclerosis World Atlas. MS affects 2.8 million people worldwide. That's almost 1 million more people in 1 year. A year ago, MS was affecting about 2.2, 2.3 million. So the numbers are rising with MS in 1 year, almost 1 million. Let's say 500,000. Given the fact that there's over 7 billion people on planet Earth, and there's only 3 million of us that have MS, I would consider it a rare disease. Most MS, when you look at a world map, is in Canada, the United States, and Northern European Scandinavian countries. Researchers have also found a link with Nordic genes to MS. My other incurable, life-threatening illness that could kill me at this very minute is hereditary hemochromatosis, which means I have toxic amounts of iron coursing through my veins and collecting on my organs since the day I was born. And that is also a predominantly Nordic genetic illness. What caused these genetic anomalies, these genetic mutations, so that our bodies produce too much iron at a toxic level, which is what my body's doing right now? What caused it? My Viking ancestors ate high iron seafood, 5-month cold season crops, and all of those foods are chock full of iron. So their diet 5, 10, and 20,000 years ago affected our genetics thousands of years later. People should really start considering how fast food and the garbage that we eat today is going to affect our genetics a couple thousand years from now, because it will. That's why we have hereditary hemochromatosis. It might possibly be the reason that we have multiple sclerosis. Diets of our ancestors. Diets that may not have been practiced that long ago. We need to look ahead, be proactive, think about what we've eaten in this last half century and how it's going to affect our descendants' genetics. Because that, in my opinion, is what that MS may be caused from. It is, in fact, an absolute fact, that is what caused hemochromatosis, is the diet of our ancestors. It caused a genetic mutation and malfunction. My body stores iron, it produces it, it doesn't process it. So, excellent article. I don't even know what Epstein-Barr virus is. In a study conducted in the United States, researchers say they found that the Epstein-Barr virus was definitely associated with all but one of 801 cases of multiple sclerosis. How so? The researchers analyzed blood samples from more than 10 million U.S. military employees and identified 801 people with multiple sclerosis. That's a lot. And so they tested the soldiers to see whether or not they had ever had a Epstein-Barr virus infection. Epstein-Barr virus causes glandular fever, which commonly affects teenagers and young adults. It causes swollen glands and sore throat, and you usually only get it once in your life. I'm not a doctor. Among those U.S. military personnel, 35 people with MS showed no EBV antibodies in an initial blood sample, but the researchers say that 34 of those 35 people later tested positive for EBV antibodies. Only one of the 801 people with MS ultimately tested negative. Interesting. Yeah, we should watch this. This would be good. See what this nice young lady has to say. Let's check it out.
Hannah Bernsteiner is a mother of 2 who runs a restaurant next to the Schlachtensee Lake in Berlin. She has multiple sclerosis.
It was December 2019 when I noticed that I suddenly couldn't see anymore. I was seeing double. My vision was blurry. It was especially bad when I was driving. It was like I was drunk. My whole left side was paralyzed. I couldn't grip things. I couldn't really walk properly. Was limping. Couldn't lift my leg. I had bad skin irritations. My skin was super sensitive. When I washed my hair, I could feel every single drop of water on my scalp. I was in a bad way.
That's why I don't even like having these on my head.
After several MRI scans, Hannah's doctor told her the diagnosis.
I was definitely shocked, and I couldn't really classify it at first, because I had heard of MS before, but of course I had never really dealt with it.
What causes multiple sclerosis has been a mystery to medical science, but that may be about to change. A study published in the journal Science found that people with an Epstein-Barr virus infection, that's a herpes virus, were 32 times more likely to go on to develop MS than those without one. The study
So
was
it's
massive.
herpes.
It spanned 20 years and involved more than 10 million people.
We studied a large population of
Well, we had
healthy
fun.
young individuals that were not infected with EBD. They were EBD negative at the beginning of the study. And we followed them over many years. And what we found that those who do not get infected with EBD do not get MS. They are protected from MS. This is pretty compelling that EBD is causing MS.
The research could lead to a vaccine against MS. There is none at the moment. It could lead to new treatments too. Treatments at the moment aren't perfect. One of the most effective therapies involves suppressing part of a person's immune system, and that can leave them vulnerable to infections. But Epstein-Barr virus provides a different target for therapeutics.
In the future, it may be possible to treat MS and achieve a more radical cure with oral antiviral.
That could spell a big change in the quality of life for people like Hannah. Results as clear-cut as this are a rarity in medical science. Now the focus will be on how the research is used.
Very cool. Awesome. Thank you, Master Raw. Yeah, go to the other living room.
Hannah Bernsteiner is a...
That was good. Check this out.
To be out in nature, to jump off a cliff into the sea from a height of 20 or 25 meters, that's a feeling of independence and freedom.
It's how my uncle ended up in a wheelchair for 40 years.
Patrick Arend just loves that feeling. And he loves sports. He's super fit, though 2 years ago his body gave him a nasty surprise.
I had a tingling feeling in my left arm and leg, like ants running up and down. At the beginning, flare-ups were sometimes so intense I couldn't control my movements properly, so I had to stop cliff diving.
The diagnosis was multiple sclerosis. Patrick was 28 at the time. The thought that he might end up in a wheelchair was terrifying.
You ain't shitting, brother.
It totally knocked me off my feet.
Yep.
If you've never been diagnosed with an illness like that, it's hard to understand how lousy you feel when they tell you.
Patrick has been spared frequent flare-ups.
He's kicking
but
ass.
When they
Look
occur,
at him.
They interfere with everyday life and especially sports. His neurologist monitors his condition. What he does feel all the time, however, is the tingling in his left arm and leg.
Most of us are not like him. Most of us are like me. This is a rare light case of MS. By no means am I downgrading his issues. I don't know what he's dealing with.
Certain areas there, and that causes flare-ups.
Most folks I know are not that healthy.
That the patients experience.
They vary depending on the area of the brain where the inflammation occurs.
Neurological tests show that Patrick Arendt is still in pretty good shape. His reflexes and coordination are barely compromised.
The good news
He
is
better
that
hope
Mr.
it stays
Arendt
that way.
is not suffering from any serious enduring problems that manifest in everyday life. It's often the case that in the early stages of MS, issues that arise with flare-ups subside again.
Still, Patrick does sometimes have difficult moments.
I'll trade ya.
I was
I'd
on
love
the
to go
board and
swimming.
about to jump, but I just couldn't. My body was telling me no, not today. That was a blow to my self-image. I felt terrible. That triggered a downward spiral.
Yep.
Medication prevents or at least delays flare-ups. But never knowing how the disease will proceed is a considerable emotional and psychological burden.
If you get into a depressive phase, it's hard to get out of it again without the right help and the right people around you.
Patrick has sought help and seen a therapist. He's created a YouTube channel called Eye of Patrick, about enjoying life to the max, whatever adversity you face. He also addresses issues related to his disease.
I want to talk about disability. What does it mean? You don't have to be in a wheelchair to be disabled. It's enough to have rheumatism, diabetes, or, like me, MS. With my YouTube channel, I want to encourage others with MS and tell the world that even with the disease, you can still have fun.
Oh yeah,
Fun
looking at
means
4
high
walls.
diving, including cliff diving, and he's going to carry on diving as long as his condition permits. Serious flare-ups.
Most of us with MS are not him.
Even paralysis.
He's a very healthy MS patient.
Coordination problems. I think it would be difficult for him to continue with a sport such as high diving.
Absolutely.
Though in general, sport is good for MS patients. It keeps them
Absolutely.
fit.
Take me to
I
the
would
Y,
support
somebody.
his carrying on, although he should always ask himself whether he's really up to it.
It can help if MS patients
Awesome.
train coordination, balance, and core strength. But the quality
Focus.
of life is also
Using
important,
video games.
not withdrawing into one's shell.
It's often little things that help you cope. Having the right friends, doing sport. I come here almost every day. Here I am, life goes on. MS isn't going to get me down. And I'm not going to hide myself away.
Nope, hop on Twitch.
Once I learned to accept
Socialize.
things, life got very much better.
Where do you end up in a wheelchair? Yeah, like I said, most of us are not in his shoes. Most of us are not in his shoes at all. So he is fortunate. He is one of the fortunate MS patients. You can't even tell he's sick. That was me a year and a half ago. A year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago, I was just like that guy. You couldn't even tell I was sick. And then, you know, a year ago, I wasn't walking no more. I fell down right there for the last time. Poor Warlord. Just remember what I tell you guys. Life is a jest of the gods. We must learn to laugh or we will weep ourselves to death. And nobody is useful when dead. The words of Odin, the All-Father. And thanks for kicking it today, guys. If anyone's tuning in now or later, thanks for tuning in. Hope to see some company in here today. But I guess I'm fly a mission. I get to leave the house today, I think, maybe. I have a friend coming by. I have errands to run. I have to pay my rent today. But I think she'll do that for me. Beautiful day out, boy. I'd sure like to get out for a drive. In a tank. So let's see what we can do with good old Red Baron. Those are some good videos. Very good. Thank you again, Master Raw, for sharing that page with me. Ooh. It's Freaky Freakin' Friday. So what are we going to play today? We're going to play some Red Baron. I want to play some Warband that we haven't played in a while. Maybe play some Star Wars, we shall see. And we're going to be doing something different over the weekend here in the Shield Wall. Let's finish this mission that we were flying. Alrighty. Cool. Get my game set up. And again, good Friday morning to you all. Get my studio rescaled so I can see chat better. Once I'm in Red Baron, I can't exit. I can't Alt-Tab because it's such an old game and what I had to do to configure it for full screen. I can't Alt-Tab out because when I re-tab back into the game, it'll be 640. So that's just one of the pitfalls of such an antique freaking game. And if you guys watch those multiple sclerosis minutes, thanks for tuning in and watching those videos and listening to what I had to say. And what those folks with MS had to say. They were pretty healthy MS patients. Most people I know with MS are not that healthy. And you see that a lot. People that they look really fine and I'm happy for them, but most of us with MS are really suffering. I hate to use that word, but it's true. You know, I saw Panzer General 3D online yesterday. And man, I used to play the shit out of that. It's such an old game. So let's see where we were at with our Yasta 5. Let's check our frame rates first. Looks good. Good deal. Good frames today. Awesome, awesome. Can't hardly hear that music though. That's better. We're doing good. Kicking some butt. No promotions yet.
These buildings are believed to be the barracks and storehouses for an Allied pilot training facility. Like most Allied air installations, this one is ringed with anti-aircraft guns and machine guns. Be careful anytime you are near one of these places.
Ew. Man, it's an awesome, awesome Pennsylvania windy, wintry day. Nice patrol over the beautiful Belgian countryside. Rock and roll. I'm gonna try to retexture this the whole game, a full reskinning, because this would be just a perfect freaking game just reskinned. And I mean, it still looks splendid for its age. Shit, it's 25 years old. But man, reskin this? Flight model's top notch. These guys worked their asses off on that for 5 years. Especially loved, I think the prettiest, in my opinion, if you're a RB 3D player, if you're a Red Baron player, and there's a lot of you guys that have chimed in on my YouTube channel, if you're an RB player, what's your favorite landscape mod or season? I would have to say my personal, I think the best is Otto von Stockel's, his Western Front patch, the textures he used in there for autumn. For the autumn and the winter, they're really cool. I want to load those textures up and do a Western Front patch. Otto von Stockel, my friend James at ModMaker. James, reach out and say hey sometime. But the infamous Western Front patch and Otto von Stockel's mod, I want to roll that out and maybe live stream that too for a couple hours. My ears are giving me grief. I'm deaf in this ear. And in the United States, there's absolutely no aid for hearing aids at all. People on disability, we don't get free wheelchairs, we don't get free glasses, we don't get free dental, we don't get free hearing aids, we don't get free crutches, we don't get free shit. We get what we put into the system. And so you pay taxes for 30 years, and that's what you get back if you end up disabled or when you retire. Social Security is a savings account. The government borrows on it. That's the U.S. The function of a government is to care for its citizens. If there's one citizen going homeless, the government's not doing their job. I love these freaking planes with the Asta 5. They were such an excellent, awesome, infamous unit. And so the character, the hero that we are portraying is a historical person from history, Hans Joachim von Hippel. He was a second lieutenant in Asta 5, along with Paul Baumer and Joseph Mai, who were two other top pilots. And their CO, Hans Baer, was the first ace of the squad. In October of 1916, he shot down 5 planes. He became their CO twice. So yeah, what do we got here? Oh, what are we gonna do about these guys? Looks like some strutters, maybe some RE8s. If we can head them off at the pass, that would be good. Keep them right there on the left side of my screen. Keep an eye on them. Head them off at the pass. I get around behind them, try to catch up with them. The RE8s stop with strutters. They got more power. They got a bigger wingspan. They can climb better. They're faster. They can outrun us. They can get home. So we need to stop these guys from dropping their bombs before they blow up our cousin and our pub and Helga. So where'd our flight go? Yep, they're coming. Love that F4 view. The first time we ever saw clouds like this was in this game, ever. That Voodoo rolling graphics, man. And this is an emulator. This is a DG Voodoo 2 emulator. I have a Voodoo 2 card lost here somewhere in my Sherlock Holmes freaking fortress. Yep, these bitches are coming. What you got, Sonny Jim? He who shoots first lives longest. Catch up to him. He's gonna get away. We got to put some damage on him so he can't. It's not about the kills, it's about stopping them from completing their mission. We don't want them to bomb our bases, they'll push the front back. It's still taking way too many bullets to knock these guys down. And I bumped up the bullet mass factor, so the bullets actually, all bullets do more damage. Theirs and mine. And oh, I got one of them. It was either the gunner or the pilot. I don't know. Done. Freaking love this good old game. Holy hell. Yeah, we won't catch these guys now. There's no way. Our flight might, but I won't. They're too high. They're too fast. And that took a shitload. That would have taken all of our ammunition to shoot that guy down. I need to bump the bullet mass factor up more. We shouldn't be using 1 million rounds to knock down a Southwest Strutter, RE8, whatever, DH2, DH4, DH8's in here. I want to load up that. There's a Polish mod for this. I want to load up for my Polish friends. Load up that for Zahu. There's no shit. There's like a 1919 Polish mod for this. It's all Poland, all the planes, everything. There was a young man who had asked me about my files and if I would post them, and I'm not sure which ones you are talking about. Chime in and let me know exactly which files are you talking about? The game Red Baron or Full Canvas Jacket or Promised Land? Just let me know. You'll have to hop on my Discord to get them. I don't post public links to other people's work. And granted, I did a shitload of work in this, but the mod is still 25 years old, and the majority of the work was somebody else's. I was not the lead dev on this project. So yes, I can share the files privately, but not publicly. And Mitchell, if you're out there, you should put this up for sale again. Love it, love it. I had to turn my anti-aliasing down on my DG Voodoo. I had my anti-aliasing set to 4, and it was like really causing some lag. But I've got some 1080 vids on my YouTube. Yeah, these guys, I'm catching a little altitude. Catch up to them. See where we're at. We're getting off our flight plan again, man. It's essential that you hit your waypoints at the time you're supposed to, and that you loiter at the time that you're supposed to, or you'll fail the mission. You'll miss your directive. He's going down, it looks like. He's done. Shit, my whole flight's done. Looks like I'm back on the waypoints. On my own. Solo patrol, and we got a freaking hardcore patrol to do to complete this mission. Yep, back to where we're supposed to be. Our flight leader got shot down by a ground gunner. And our other wingman, it looks like he lost a wing. What do we got over here? Alright. They're going on a bomb and run. I still need to hit our waypoints. Get some good altitude. I'll join their flight. They're going my way. Yep, they sure are. Stick with these guys. Yasta 10. Yellowtails. Bomber escort. Good deal. Found me a flight to fly with. Lost our flight. Our wingman, our flight leader was shot down by a ground gunner. My wingman, our other wingman, had his wing taken off by a two-seater. Yep, that's what I freaking thought. Oh, you bastards. SPAD 7's Lafayette Escadrille. Take advantage of these flight members we have. Yep, they're climbing. We're gonna have a good dogfight. We got two two-seaters, we got 3 albatrosses. But they're not just any albatrosses, they're from Yasta 10. They're elite. Probably Eric Lowenhart. So we'll stick with this flight, see what the Lafayette Escadrille decides to do. They're coming. We're going to bomb their pub. I'm gonna go help these guys. I wanted to stay on my flight path, but you know, I'd like to stick with the squad too. It'd be the smart thing to do. Strength in numbers and all that good stuff. Yep. Let's see where they're headed. Huh. That's odd. I guess that was it for their flight, huh? Well, shit. Spraying freaking wild. Let's see what we got here. Oh shit. I didn't even freaking see those pops. Oh. Gotcha. There's too many of them. I got a bolt for home. Didn't score a fucking hit. Come on, let's go, man. Yeah, I got a bolt for home. There we go. Lead him into our gunners. Yeah, there's too many of them. I can't take them. There'll be gunners where that balloon is. I'll probably have to land. Keep your fingers crossed. Head towards that balloon. Bastard. Yep, lead him right over to our troops. Our ground gunners will take care of him. Right. Open up, boys. Close. Good deal. Did you hear him? They got him. They're dropping some bombs and shit. I'm just looking for some cover fire. There's like too many Newports and Spads up there. Yeah, there's way too many of them. I'm gonna stay right here by our troops. Get them, boys. Ah, you fucker. Alright, I'm your fucking Huckleberry. Oh, look at the ground gunners just nailing them. Oh. Let's go, let's go. These ground gunners helped out big time. They saved my life. Lafayette Escadrille, American Volunteers, Elite Squad. That Indian headdress, that American Native headdress. Insignia on the side of this Newport, I think it's a 24, it's probably a 17. Oh, we're gonna get a winter storm, all right. Yeah, we sure are. Let's check our map. Get back on our waypoints. What do we got here? Nada. Good deal. Let's get some altitude. We still have to fly our waypoints. Who wants to go camping? I want to go camping, man. I love winter camping. well, I guess that's... There we go. Right on. Yeah, you can see where those troops got lit up. Yeah, they got like little campfires over there. Silence those damn guns. Maybe we did some damage because they're doing a lot of damage. I gotta get low out of their freaking range. Get some damn altitude at the same time. Get away from this infantry. They're still shooting. This is likely an ace. Nice little boss fight here. Oh shit, there's a shit ton of triplanes down there. But you have this one and he's way up here. The thing is he's baiting me into them just like a coyote. Yeah, he is. Let's keep heading east. Yep. East by southeast. Draw them into our friendly fire. Yeah, I can't take on more than 2 of those triplanes if I'm lucky. They're going to patrol here, so there must be a balloon going up. We've got some good altitude on it, but they're climbing and they're in triplanes. They can climb fast. Shit, he's already at my altitude. There's about 5 or 6 of them. Yeah, they're climbing. There is a balloon down there. We'll maintain our altitude. I've already got a couple of balloons today. Oh, shh. Nope, no contacts. Good deal. Yep, there's a balloon coming up. It's down there. They'll probably pull the balloon back up. To climb in Red Baron, you want to stay right in that middle band. Let's see what's going on down below. There's a balloon down there, I can see it right in my tail. Looks like we have a balloon coming up in the air too. I can see it down there. Mission accomplished. All right. Just in time for a winter storm. And to touch base with my dear friend before the weekend. Get my rent paid. Get whatever basic necessities I need. My milk. Really life, baby. Really life. Oberleutnant Hallam. Big Dick's Bush service. Big Dish speaking. No bush is too big for Dick. Good morning. I'm okay. Just flying Little Red Baron, streaming what's happening. Are we gonna hook up today? So what do you want to do? If you could, really, Jen, I need like a gallon of milk. I would really appreciate it. Hugs are free. Yes. Yeah, because if I don't pay my rent today, the landlord will beat me with fishing poles. Right on. I'm chilling. Thanks so much. Rock and roll. Cool beans. And if I am feeling up to it, then I will go with you. Right on. Thanks, Jen. Okay, bye-bye. Cool. Got my errands done today. That was my dear friend. And so she will help me by running a couple of errands for me because I can't get out and go to a store. It's 18,000 cases of COVID-19 in this rural county. I'm really afraid to go to the grocery store because there's a lot of tourists here in the battlefield. Even on a cold, wintry day, there'll be tourists out in the battlefield. There'll be a tour bus on the battlefield today. 3 feet of snow, there'll be a tour bus. But anyway, I'd like to get out. I look at the same 4 walls most of the time, and it's a pretty view. And I'm cozy here in my kingdom. But it's always those few necessities. Sure like to just get out for a drive sometime. And that is isolation reality. So COVID-19 is cured tomorrow. Most of 1.3 billion disabled people in the world could still be isolated. So reach out to your neighbors. Say, hey, that's my message. That's what that's all about. Reach out to people like me in your community. Share a little bit of your life and a little bit of theirs. And you'll both be the better for it. That's what my message is. My message isn't poor warlord. Reach out just like she did. Just like she did. That's an MS warrior. Rock and roll. And thank you, a bunch of you, for being MS warriors, for being my MS warriors. Gracias, muchachos, everyone. So Helm crashed. He collided with debris. That's how he went down. And then Heinemann crashed. He lost part of his wing. So yeah, that was Escadrille Lafayette that were engaging us. There was a ton of them. That's why I drew them over to our infantry, so our freaking Archies could shoot them up, and they did. Shit, there's like 5 or 6 of them. By the time the Archies were done with them, there might have been 2 left. And then I took out those 2. They were already damaged. They were going to serve me up for lunch. Man, I created a disabled person. That's horrible. I destroyed a British commander. I don't think I've ever seen that before. 30 years of playing this game. It's been 30 years I've been playing Red Baron. I don't think I've ever seen that. Damage 2 bunkers. I want to damage the guns. Ooh, that was Roderick Stanley Dallas, and he's an ace from the Royal Naval Air Squadron number 1. Yeah, he's an ace. So that's where 24 RFC's out of. Seville, we have some aces up here at Seville. And Moreau is also, I believe, where the 3rd Royal Naval Air Squadron is, the Black Flight with Raymond Collishaw. I destroyed a White House. It says a White House. That's cool. It's just an odd group of trees. It's just so odd. Staff car. Yeah, I want to blow up those hangars. I hope I hit some hangars. I hit a warehouse. Yasta 11 is flying out of Rucourt. That was terrible. You see that? 58 bombs and I damaged a worker. And that's it. How'd we do? Shit, 4 kills. Not too bad. Shit, Helm got 2 kills, but he got killed. It was ineffective. Our mission was ineffective. Friendly casualties were high. We did inflict heavy losses, but we lost our flight leader. Our wingman is okay. So he landed and he got across to friendly lines, so that's cool. And there's no like point system in Red Baron. So let's see what happens. Right on. So what have we got? Due to your skill and bravery in the air and your continued ability in completing your assigned mission objectives, and that's the key. It seems like that's the key to promotions, is the mission objectives. I used to just fly, shoot them down, and concentrate on my score. I'd get the medals, that was fine, but the promotions, we can get up to captain, And then we can organize, assign our own flights. We can organize all the flights. Basically, you can captain the squad. You can captain the whole Yasta if you get that rank. That's why I want to get up to Hauptmann rank, because then I can keep our squads in really active areas where all the aces are. We want to fight Ginamir. I can put in for a squadron transfer. We can transfer our whole squad to where that ace is, so we can put our squad up against his. So we need the promotions to do that. We got to get up to Hauptmann. So what did we get? Unteroffizier, Feldwebel. We got hereby promoted to Feldwebel. Keep up the good work. Boy, some bratwurst and krauts and some freaking German potato salad. That German potato salad's out of this world. Great victory for Germany. Who did we shoot? Oh, we shot down Roderick Stanley Dallas. Berlin confirmed today that Roderick Stanley Dallas from the 1st RNAS, told ya, my memory's not too bad, is it? Sometimes, randomly, was brought down on April 16th while engaging our forces over the Western Front. Though the enemy was a skilled pilot, our airmen proved once again to be superior. Allied losses are mounting as Germany still commands the skies over Europe. Helm was killed. We got a new transfer. Ernst Ehrhardt. Cool. Yep, sitting pretty with 32 kills. Good deal. Balmer and Mai are great aces, but they haven't scored too many kills yet. We'll try to keep them alive because they're awesome aces. We got our bling. Yep, super bling. Bling diggity. Promotion to Feldwebel, April 13th. And if it at all tickles your interest, you can find tons of information on Hans von Hippel. He has a fantastic looking aircraft. It's one of the reasons I chose him, because I want to fly his cool aircraft. So what do we got? Paint shop? Oh, we can paint our plane. Let's see what we got. What do we, T2, exit, let's get on the D3. Ah, we need better than that. That's, the hell? Wait, plane list. Yeah, D3. There we go. Cool beans, let's see what else we got. We got some really cool fuselages for Yasta 5. I love Yasta 5's paint schemes, they're kick-ass. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, freaking cool. Yasta 6. 7, right on. Yasta 8. Yep, stock, grime. Let's go all the way back down. Koniki. Let's see what we got. Sorry for the clicks. Let's take a good look at these. Find us a nice Yasta 6 fuselage, probably Paul Baumer's, because Paul Baumer has the Edelweiss, and I usually fly my Insignia and Red Baron in the Flying Circus, and Yasta 23B and Yasta 10 was the Edelweiss. It's my favorite flower. I need to order some seeds. They make a really nice low ground pot cover for your indoor plants. And that Swazi was in use by Yasta 23B. Yasta 32B, man, we're going to be doing a Bavarian campaign. Yasta 23B, as soon as my wingman Big Sleep rolls into the channel. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Nice. That's my fuselage. Always flies kiss and birth. There we go. Rock and roll. Let's see if we can find some cool wheels. We need to get that lozenge pattern going for the D3. They didn't really start putting the lozenge pattern on the wings until the Albatross D5As. Red. There should be a few in here with like some symbols and stuff on them. If not, we need to throw them in there because I've already seen them on some two-seaters. Some wheels with some old German crosses on them. Let's see if they're in here. Yeah, because that one's always good. Udet, right on. Ernst Udet was the highest scoring surviving ace of the war. And he went on to Hollywood, and he was one of the pilots that you see in a lot of those old 1930s and even late 30s films. He refused to fly or general or be a part of Hitler's war machine in World War II until Hitler gifted him two, I want to say it was two Hawker aircraft that he wanted as a gift, and so Hitler gave Udet those aircraft, and he signed up. He signed up with Adolf for two airplanes. He did well for himself in Hollywood. Ernst Udet would be the character that is portrayed in the film The Great Waldo Pepper, starring Robert Redford. So that will be our ride. Let's check out the wings. They're almost all the same. I think some of the purple ones flip green sides. Sing it if you know it. That one, it's lighter. 23B, yeah, it's different. The pattern's flipped because I made that texture. I made that texture like 25 years ago. It's flipped. And it's lighter and it's greener. And I made it that way for a reason. Better camo in tournaments, because these are the skins that we would use in tournaments as well. Yeah, that's bitchin' right there. See if we should have, yeah, some stripes right on. Goring, Fat Herman's wings. The Flying Circus hated his guts. They never invited him to any of the reunions. Cool. Rock and roll. Awesome. So now we got our plane bitchin'. And that's that. And that was fun. Good dawn patrol in the morning. Heck, I flew all morning. It looks like I was chatting for a while. I didn't see any of my friends on Twitch. You guys are probably having a busy day. And I hope you guys are having a safe day. And Penguin, I hope you're having a successful day on your mission to get back into school, my friend. And get out of that isolation in that hotel room. Your generation, you young guys, man, dealing with COVID-19. Keep your chins up, your chest out, look people straight in the eye, always tell the truth, always be yourself, and you can't go wrong. Warlord over and out. I'll see you guys later today. Keep smiling.
Now you know that ain't right. Well, he'd better watch out. If I meet him tonight, I said when I get low, oh, I get high. All this hard luck in this town has found me. Nobody knows how trouble goes round and round me. Oh, I'm all alone with no one to pet me. But old rocking chair ain't never gonna get me. 'Cause when I get low, oh, I get high.